Shraddhe Swami Nandatma Jananda of Shri Ramakrishna Matham, Shri Suryan Iyer, Shri Ajayan Nambudri, Dr. P.V. Vishwanathan Nambudri, Shri Narayan Sharma, Shri Manoj Kumar, Administrative Director of this temple, all people who are associated with this project, who have helped in producing this great book, Sanatan Sudha. Sahodari Sahodran Mare, Elavarkum Ende Vandanam. In the beginning, I must say that I am really ashamed of myself that I am not able to talk to you in Malayalam language. And when I will speak few sentences, I will have to look at the paper. So I am not really proud of myself. Sorry. Forgive me for my inability to communicate with you in the language which you speak. But few lines I will say in Malayalam. Muvattupuzha Thiruvumplavil Mahadeva Kshethra Tile Veda Upanishad Vigyan Vichara Sadasine Abhi Sambodhana Cheyan Atiyaya Santosham Un. E Vigyan Vichara Sadas Sangha Dipicha Sanatana School of Life Num Gita Pirchara Samitikum Tirakke Katte Swami Yar Mathattinum Ende Abhinandanam. Kerala Kashi Enne Ariyappe Dunna Thiruvumplavil Mahadeva Kshethratil Ende Adya Sandarshanam An Ivide Varanum Sanatana Dharma Pirchara Kare Kananum Sadhi Chatil Charitarthyam Und Veda Panditanum Pirbhasha Kanum Aya Dr. P.V. Vishwanath Nambutri Sanatana Dharma Pircharanatin Nalkunna Sevanam Valutana Adde Hattinde Sanatana Sudha Enna Pustakam Vaichu Valare Ishtamai Matra Malla Bahumanya Pradhan Mantri Bahumanya Uprashtrapati Enni Varke Pustakam Sammani Kanum Sadhicho. Prachin Kalam Mutal Manava Rashiye Naicha Arivinde Deepangal Ana Veda Upanishatu Kala Veda Upanishatu Kal Mata Nirpeksham An Ava Etu Deshattum Etu Kalattum Etu Janatakyum Pidsaktavum An Veda Upanishad Pathanam Prol Sahipikkan E Vijnana Vichara Sadasin Sadhi Katte Enne Asham Sikunnu. Now, instead of going through the prepared speech, I was so deeply impressed by this book that I would like to speak what I feel strongly about the book. First, it should be clear to all of us and to the whole world why I consider this book so important. That Indian civilization, Indian culture is primarily the roots are in spirituality, adhyatmikta. You live here very close to the village where Adi Shankaracharya was born, Kalari. You will read at so many places, hear in so many speeches, that more than 1,000 years back when India was politically fragmented, even in 1947, there were more than 600 states in India apart from the British areas. So India was totally fragmented in political terms. 1,000 years back, a young man from Kerala goes around the country and gives a powerful message. And the message was that this continent may be politically fragmented, but spiritually and culturally, this land is one entity. We say he established 4 mutts in different parts of the country and established that unity. No. Buildings do not create unity. Ideas create unity, which are what he did to convey the message. Message is not conveyed howsoever magnificent a building you make. It does not convey any message. Ideas convey the message. He selected 4 Mahavakyas from the 4 Vedas and gave one Mahavakya to each of these 4 mutts. Ahem Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Prajnanam Brahma, I am Atma Brahma. All the Mahavakyas practically having the same meaning. You are not this body. Who am I? I had very thick black hair when I was young. If those hairs were mine, where have they gone today? Why they have become white? It means I am not those black hair. I was not using glasses to read when I was young. If eyes are mine, then how come that now I have to, where those eyes have gone? Now I am using glasses to read some book. Then question is, who am I? Am I this body of mine? No. The whole world thinks that I am this body of mine. India's message is, you are not. If you feel you are your body, then you are victim of avidya. Mano buddha hankar chittani naham nacha shrotri jihve, nacha घ्राण नेत्रे, nacha vyom bhumir na tejo na vayu, chidanand rupa shivoham shivoham. I am neither man nor buddhi nor chet. I am Chaitanya Atma. And all the 6 stanzas of that Shatak, that composition of Shankar, they convey the same message. And this message is not as old as Shankaracharya. Bhagwan Ram, on the eve when he was going to leave Ayodhya for the forest, in the evening, the younger brother Lakshman lost his cool. And he used harsh language, insulting language against his own father, holding him responsible for all the ills and afflictions which they are going to go through. Bhagwan Ram listened to him carefully, with patience, did not interrupt him. And then he replied to him in just 2 lines. Daho mitiya buddhir vidya sapir kirtata naham dehaschi datmet buddhi vidyete bhannite. Lakshman, your problem is you feel that you are this body. Because if there is any pain, there is any affliction, there is any hurt, it is only the body which feels it. Now for next 14 years, we will be in forest, enduring all kind of difficulties, but those difficulties will be experienced by our body, sharir. And those who think, this is what Bhagwan Ram says, any person who thinks that I am this body, that person is victim of avidya. And what is vidya? Vidya is when I realize that I am not this body is changing all the time. Nothing permanent about my body. Even the time which we spend in this hall, there will be changes in our body which we cannot perceive. There will be changes in the universe. But there is something integral to us. Atma. So those who realize that I am not this body, I am Chaitanya Atma, they really possess vidya. They possess knowledge. This is the message of India. Last 15 August, Prime Minister talked about 5 principles, and one of them, to my mind, most important, become aware of your cultural heritage. We have inherited a great heritage. But to rest in the consciousness that we have inherited something unique is fatal. Just we see quietly all our great rishis and sons, they have achieved so many things, so now we can just feel proud that this is our heritage, this is our possession. No. Every day you wash your body. And if the weather is very warm in summer, then you wash twice. Every day you clean your house. If you do not clean your house, it may be a magnificent building, but after some time you won't like to enter the house. So is the case with Manas. Why? Because we are sitting here, everybody is thinking about this book. In the evening, you go to a marriage function, you will forget everything about it. Tomorrow, you attend some funeral, then you will be obsessed with the transitory nature of the world. Human beings are like that. They need to be reminded. Ismaran. You just can't sit quiet thinking that, oh, everything is there in the books. No. We need to remind ourselves again and again. And that alone is not sufficient. We must understand and realize this, the importance of this heritage. And when we fully realize it, then our effort should be to internalize that message. The whole world is not going to understand our heritage through the books. Nobody has time today. But the way we behave, if we internalize this message, then our behavior, our conduct our life will become source of inspiration to others. And then they will realize that they live such good life because of what they have inherited from their earlier generations. And then they will become interested to study these books. And as I said, that all depends on good life that you live. Exemplary life, model life. In Upanishad, there is a dialogue. What is the essence of good life? Then before the Rishi answers the question, there is a thunderclap. Da, da, da. So Rishi says to his disciples, have you got the answer? Sir, you have not spoken anything yet. No, the answer has come from the heavens. Da, da, da. That is the essence of good life. The first da is dam. You should be in total control of your sense organs. They should be reined in. They can't be allowed to be let loose. We have so many books, so many commentaries, so many views that even Dharmaraj Yudhishthir got confused. And he asked Bhishma Pitame that there are so many views, which one I should follow? Ahimsa parmo dharma, sadachar parmo dharma, daya dharma. So many things which have been param at the top. There can be only one thing. But there are so many things. So then our rishis, they settled the issue. They said that dharmasya vidhaya neko yeve prokta maharshi bhi. Swam vijnanam ashrite damastesham parayana. Dharma is not coming. Here they say that so many things have been, so much importance has been attached to so many things. That should be part of our behavior, our conduct. But the highest among them is damas. Control over your sense organs. Indriya nigra. Is that right? Indriya nigra. restraint, control over your senses. Damastesham parayana. So he said, first da is damas, dam. And second is dan. What is dan? Something which you give to somebody who is poor, who is deprived, who is less endowed than you are. But it should not be done in a condescending manner, as if you are doing a favor to that person. No, Indian culture does not allow that thing. What our rishis have said, Atmam sarveshu bhuteshu bhutatmanam kirtalayam archaye dan manabhyam maitri abhinain chakshusha. Basically, the blessings which you have, the possessions which you have, the fortune which you have, it may not only be material, even your knowledge, your sagacity, the noble sentiments which you have. When you share that material prosperity and noble feelings with those who are less endowed than you. And how it should be done? Maitri abhinain chakshusha. As if that person is intimately an intimate friend of yours. You are doing no favor to him. This is our heritage. This is the message of India. Dan is not something which can be viewed as a favor being done to somebody. No. The dignity of human being must be established and must be respected. And that person who is receiving something from you, in no manner that person should feel, should have any sense of inferiority while receiving favor from you. And you should not have any sense of superiority when you do that favor to that person. Upanishad says, these are the essentials of good life. And what is the third da? Third da is dan. No, dan I have already said. Third da is daya, compassion, empathy, samvedana, karuna. You should have that bhav of karuna for all living beings, not just human beings. In other democracies which are politically much older than ours, women were not given the right to vote. Why? Because Europe believed that women, black people, animals, plants, they do not have soul. They do not have Atma. And therefore we have a right to exploit them, to use them. They can't be equal participants. India at the time of independence, the literacy rate, if I remember correctly, was only 17%. Yet we started with universal suffrage. Our women did not have to struggle to secure voting rights. Why this happened? Because our leaders were more great than others? No. It happened because our culture insists that not only women and men, but animals, plants, insects, everybody has a soul. And we are all spiritually connected. If you can be connected through the smartphone with the whole world, God cannot connect you through spirituality. We can know each one of us from our own personal experience, that if you do good to somebody, that good returns to you. If you do evil to somebody, then ultimately that evil hurts you. Is it an ordinary message? Which other civilization or culture has this? Swami Vivekananda rightly said, India has something to give to the world. And if I quote Swami Vivekananda, he said, what is the purpose of life? To seek happiness. He said, if that is the goal of my life, then what prevents me from making you unhappy so that I can be more happy? Nothing prevents me. If I have the power, I will snatch things from you to make my life more comfortable and to make your life miserable. Then he was asked, then what is the purpose of life? He said, the purpose of life is tapa swadhyay nirittam, ever devoted to the acquisition of knowledge. And what is the purpose of knowledge? Purpose of knowledge is to develop the ability, each person sitting in this hall, there may be few brothers also, there may be few sisters also, but children born of the same parents, they do not look alike, they do not think alike. Their tastes are different. Even the clothes which they wear, they have different taste. So Swamiji says, one who develops the ability to see the underlying unity behind this apparent diversity, that is the purpose of Jnana. So kama yata bahusyam pirja yeti. In times gone by, the Supreme Spirit decided that I should become manifold to create my pirja. We say unity in diversity, but actually it is diversity from unity. We all have come from the same source. The reason I fell in love with this book, there is a Om Purnamada Purnamidam, very famous Rigvedic sutra. It so happened that when I opened the book first time, I went to that page. And I have read that sutra so many times, only to understand the meaning of that sutra. Somehow I was not satisfied. I could not fully comprehend. But what a brilliant job Dr. Nambutri has done. He has given the simile of the teacher and the student. The teacher, when he imparts knowledge to her or his students, then the knowledge which he has, he gives it to others. But his own personal knowledge does not diminish, does not decrease. And it hit me like a bullet. And what a wonderful explanation. And honestly, from that moment, I fell in love with this book. And that is why I requested them that India has a message to convey. And this book can become a very effective instrument to convey that message. And I requested him that we should organize some meetings. And I have already made this request. that organized one seminar in Raj Bhavan also for the benefit of the people of Thiruvumplavil. I gave, no words can adequately express my appreciation, my admiration for the book and its author and translator and all those who are associated with this project. And this place where we are meeting, that in itself is the message of India. We are two Brahmins going on pilgrimage to Kashi, and one of them sees a sick cow and he stays back. He cancels his journey. He looks after, he nurses, he is able to restore the health of the cow. He was going to Kashi. But when he does this, the Lord of Kashi comes here. What a wonderful message. In fact, this small anecdote is so powerful to convey the message. Deho devalaya jivo prokta jivo sadashiva. For us Indians, God is not somewhere up there. We are animated by Atma, and Paramatma, Atma is self, and Paramatma is deeper self. What wonderful 4 lines Adi Shankaracharya has said. And with that I shall conclude because I have already taken more time. Etavupadhi parajiva yotsayo samyang nirasena parona jiva rajyam narendrasya bhatasya khetka istayor pohe na bhato na raja. He says that once you become Chaitanya Atma, you realize the supreme truth, then Par and Jeev, these are only upadhis, they become one. Paramatma and Atma, they become one. And then the last 2 lines, he gives the simile, like, he has used word Narendra. I say, I'm governor of Kerala state. There are people who are serving in my office. There are security people who stand at the gate, inside and at the gate also. So what Adi Shankaracharya is saying? He is saying, Rajyam Narendrasya Bhatasya Khetka. The Narendra, the Raja, one who is holding power, and the Dwarpal who is sitting at his gate. These are only titles. Remove the uniform and the title, and there is no difference between the governor and an ordinary policeman. This is the message of India. And sir, you have done wonderfully. I do not have words how to praise this. Thank you very much. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.